Hello, it's Orange22. So everybody is emailing me and asking me to do a video breakdown of my Speaker's Corner speech and to kind of analyze some things that happened and do a reaction video. I promise those videos are coming. I am going to get to that. But I got an interesting comment yesterday. Someone was saying that it's wrong of me to blame feminism for the things that extreme feminists do. In other words, I'm blaming all feminists for the things that only some feminists are doing. And this is something that I've talked about on this channel before. This is something that I've had disagreements with other MRAs before. And this is something that I kind of wrestle with in my own mind. So let's really talk about, is feminism bad? Does that mean the same thing as, are feminists bad? Right? Are those two things the same? Is feminism bad and are feminists bad? Is that the same statement? Is that the same question? So let's kind of analyze that. First of all, do I think, as the title says, all feminists are bad? No, I don't. I think there are people who call themselves feminists who are good people who want equality. They're just misinformed and they don't realize the things that feminists are actually doing. Now, when I say the things that feminists are actually doing, what am I talking about? When you look at the major feminist organizations, the political lobby groups, the mainstream feminist figures, the feminist academics, they do not support equality. And I've said this a lot of times on many videos. Go through my channel, search feminists, and I have dozens of videos explaining the things that feminists have done that discriminate against men. In the UK, in India, in the US, feminist organizations have advocated for laws that discriminate against men in family court, against male victims of domestic violence, against male rape victims. They've protested equal conscription. They've protested equal pension ages. And I will give feminists credit on the conscription point. I don't support conscripting for females. I don't support drafting women. I think that men and women, males and females, should be free from government forcing them to join the military. So I'll give them credit on that point. But for the most part, when you look at what feminists support in terms of laws, they don't support equal laws. Now, here's the problem though. When people say things like, oh, well, you shouldn't blame all feminists for the things that those feminists do, where are the feminists protesting the extreme feminists? So whenever I mention a feminist who says something like kill all men, right? Someone will say, oh, but she's just extreme. Most feminists don't think that. Fine. But where are the feminists calling her out? When have you ever seen a feminist come forward and say, hey, the feminists over here saying crazy stuff about killing men, or the feminists over here saying that we shouldn't have laws that protect male victims of domestic violence? That's wrong. That's not what feminism is about. Feminism is about, you never, ever, ever see that. You never see feminists call out the extreme examples in their own ranks. Show me a feminist saying that Valerie Salonis was wrong. And if you don't know who Valerie Salonis is, Google her. She's the feminist who wanted to kill all men. Was she an extreme example? Yes. But when has she been denounced by other feminists? Never. Right? So when you see feminists say things like, oh, only extreme feminists say those kinds of things, where are the not extreme feminists? Because I never hear them.